Yo, 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 it's Night Spider. I'm just, letting you know that even though I've had a break from activism, I haven't exactly just, been doing nothing. What I've been doing is I've been, researching all the sacred geometry of gemstones, mineralogy, the Milky Way, the Fibonacci sequence, and then I've thought, you know what, why not comprise it all together into something I like to call Nexarion technology. The kind of technology that, is self-sustaining, doesn't suffer from entropy and any entropic, situations. In fact, powers the device. So what I've created is a motherboard from from copper mesh. And sorry to speak so slow. And so copper mesh impregnated with resin, and also, quite a substantial amount of, quartz substrate. That's what I call it. Which is basically, quartz crystals arranged in a specific, arrangement to, influence the flow of electricity. Here we've got my dog, Anubis. And then we've got some cool ass next gen, armor for them. We've got, some examples here with armor that is for war, you know, like a soldier's dog. Yep, all looks good. Dogs, they act on, whistles and whatnot, and so it's quite good. Now this here is a spear. A certain, ratio going on, a bit like the helix, the double helix DNA thing. And a bit like the golden ratio, if you were to look at it, side on, I suppose. The same recurrent pattern, that one can continually mapping it, no matter where you look at it. This is, the epic exo suit. This is what I call the Nexarion gear. Even though all the tech can be referred to as gear, this one specifically is a gear. A modulation gear, harmonic coherence gear, and so forth and so on. The power source is exponential, and therefore the modulation of such forces is exponential. Spikes, they're not really meant to be there. It's just a little typo when it comes to imagery. When it comes to the stupid fucking AI I get to use. They're like, oh, golden ratio. They're like, oh, you want a symbol of the golden ratio? It's like, no, it's like, it's a bit like, toothless gears. It's like, you want a stack of gears? It's like, no, 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 no. But, I'm quite impressed with the design, to be fair. Silver metal, no, I want black. I want, like, the kind made out of black stone. And I don't mean black metal. So, this AI has got a bit confused with energy, gold, black metal, golden ratio patterns, Celtic designs, and, a little bit of, gemology along the way. The spikes it keeps trying to throw in is, and the clockwork sticking out. It's basically when I've been like, oh, point is 8. It's like, oh, yeah, points everywhere. These are the globes that are meant to track micro oscillations and translate it through, some tech right back into the gear and, sort of like corresponds with the exosuit. That mask you're just seeing is like my foxy self, and my dragon self. Wouldn't it be great? Like, battle armor also, so get like some rerun skills. Now the tech itself, because it's run on golden ratio frequencies and all this other shit. Basically, if you're not in tune with it, then you can't use it. Now the golden ratio is quite a harmonic force, so if you're not harmonic, you're in stand for creation as opposed to destruction, then yeah, you could probably use the tech, but you definitely couldn't use it the way it's meant to be used. You'd never wield that amount of power, and if you did, it'd probably kill you. Bit like the sword and the stone complex, isn't it? Can you guess? That'd be my exosuit. So these little images, this AI I've got, helping me. I'll be like lighting it up, and it's like a shadowy creature in the light. It's like you're lighting the fucking metal up, you know. What if I had an exosuit with fucking wings?